here, and I'm going to do some marching in place. And a lot of times for my patients, this is one of my top exercises that I like to give them. And there's a couple of different reasons why. Because when we march, we're working on the hip flexors. And if we add in a little bit of ankle dorsiflexion, that will help with when you're stepping through with gait during swing phase, that you lift up your toes a little bit so that your toes don't drag the floor when you walk. So I encourage my patients to really shift their weight, hold lightly. And so for just a moment, they're standing on one foot, and maybe between 8 and 12, depending on your condition, is what I'll have people do. If somebody's really deconditioned, I might only have them do between 6 and 8. It just depends on what's going on with you. This is just great to get a little bit of hip flexion going with a little bit of ankle dorsiflexion. And it does help with the balance as well. And like I said, since I'm being kind of awkward here because I don't know how to figure out how to get to the chat on my computer just yet, maybe I'll figure it out, maybe I won't. That's okay. We're just going to get through this. My goal was to do at least 30 minutes. If I could figure out the technology and have a conversation with somebody, I thought maybe an hour, but it just kind of depends. So excuse me. So we've already done the marching in place. So the next one I'm going to do is just a few heel raises. So for this, I'm just going to use the back of my chair, and I'm going to go up and down on my toes. And it's kind of weird because I can see my live stream, but it's on a little bit of a delay. So that's interesting. Hopefully if you pop in, you'll be able to hear me. There you go. This is a weird experience for me, but that's okay. It's a Saturday afternoon. Probably most people are out enjoying the beautiful weather. It's so nice outside today. And I planned to come earlier, but I had a nice visit from my son and his girlfriend, and they were over for a little while. So I got to enjoy their company. It's always nice when the kids that are grown and out of the house pop by when they can. So that was nice. So again, with these, I'm going straight up into the air and then back down, nice and easy. And we're going to do somewhere between 8 and 10 or 8 and 12. And since if you've watched me before, you know that me and counting don't go along very well together. So I'm going to call that somewhere between 8 and 12. And now I'm just going to do a calf stretch. I have been having some spasms in my calf muscle, some leg cramps, and it's been uncomfortable. I've been drinking my electrolytes to try to get that to calm down a little bit, but it's just been uncomfortable, you know, because sometimes I get them at night, but now I've been getting them during the day sometimes. So I think I might be slightly underhydrated. So a nice little stretch after you work the muscles is kind of nice. So that's what we're doing. Just a couple of on each side, holding it somewhere between 20 and 30 seconds or so is good for me. And a few on each side. You can do 2 or 3 depending. I like to go by how I feel. If I feel like I'm getting a good stretch and it feels fine, then I'll just move on to the next thing. But since I've been having extra cramps in there, like I said, I'm just going to do an extra one. And then I think today I'm also going to go ahead and stretch the soleus, and that's the muscle that is underneath the gastrocnemius. And that can get tight. So in order to stretch the soleus, what you want to do, it's the same position you would for a calf stretch. You just bend your knee a little bit, and then you'll feel the stretch go, instead of being right in the back of the calf here, you'll feel it go down more towards the ankle. And so that's what we're doing there. So just going to give that a little stretch, and we're going to move on in just a moment. Alrighty. It's kind of weird because I've got my computer right here. And like I said, it's on a little bit of a delay. So it's good. Alrighty. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and do one more of these on each side, just getting that soleus stretched out. And then I'm going to move on and do the sit to stands. Oh, actually the mini squats I will do next. It will be easier. Alrighty, so for the mini squats, I'm holding on to the chair. If your balance isn't the best, you could do these in front of a sink. But I'm just going to hold the counter with one hand in the back of the chair with the other. And I'm just going to bend my knees a little bit, trying to keep my back straight and come back up. I want to make sure I'm kind of hinging from the hips and then come back up. And these are great because it works the quads a little bit. I have a tendency to keep my feet a little bit too close, so I'm just going to reset my feet a little bit and continue on. And I don't want to pull too much on the back of the chair because this chair will be tippy and I don't want it to tip over. But it's good for just a light hand on the back, just for a little bit of balance. If I back up a little bit, it'll probably be even better. There we go. I think that's probably somewhere around 5 right there. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, a couple weeks back, I did a poll, and one of the problems that were identified is that people are having a hard time getting up from a chair. So I think the mini squats are great for that, but even better than the mini squats, that's just my electrolyte water. So even better than the mini squats are the sit to stands. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit down in the chair and hinge forward to stand back up. Now, if you can't get up just without using your hands, you can put your hands in your thighs and that'll help you stand up a little bit easier. Or you could also just, if you had a chair with an armrest, you could push up from there. And again, you could do somewhere between 8 and 10 of these, or 12. Depends on, how you're feeling. So whenever you're doing the exercises, you want to listen to your body. And if you start to feel like, oh, this is a little bit too hard, or I'm starting to lose my form a little bit, what you would want to do is just take a little break so that you don't have something go wrong. Because if your form starts to fail, that's when things get a little bit dangerous and accidents can happen. So just do what you can. If you're following along later on the replay, just take a break whenever you need to. And another reason why I wanted to do exercises today was because I did another poll, and the exercises are the thing that won is that people wanted to do leg exercises. So I had been meaning to do a video for leg exercises. So what I might do is later on take this and turn it into something that you can watch that doesn't have me checking the chat or, talking about all kinds of different things. So, alrighty, let's see. Oh, kind of perfect. I don't think, there's 3 people watching. Well, hello, welcome. I'm Kathy. If we haven't met before, I'm a physical therapist, and this is my channel, Simple Fit Physical Therapy. And back, I'm not sure when it was, but I think it was somewhere in January or February, I had gone live for the first time. And during that time, my daughter just came in from outside. She's been practicing volleyball. She's waving hello. But anyways, during that live, I had like 5 people watching, which was fantastic. But what happened was I got super nervous and got stage fright. And after that, I didn't want to come back and do live streams anymore. So part of this is, of course, I want to build community, but part of it is just to help myself get over that fear of being in front of people, even though I'm literally in my house with my family and shouldn't be nervous at all. I'm kind of nervous because that's just how I am. So anyways, if you would like to tell me where you're from, I'd love to find out who's watching and where they're watching from. But if you don't, if you just want to watch, join me for some exercises. So let's see, we did the sit to stands and we did the mini squats. Alrighty, let's move on along. Next is going to be hamstring curls. And this is just like it says, it works on the muscles in the back of the leg. So I'm just going to turn my chair around here. Now, upcoming in one of my balance videos, it's coming up, I think, next week, I did the hamstring curls where I was alternating from right to left. And the reason is because that was for balance. And I like incorporating weight shift whenever we're doing balance exercises. However, if we're doing strengthening exercises, what I like to do is just do one side at a time because that helps fatigue the muscle a little bit more. So if you feel like talking, honey, it's perfectly fine. It's not the Kathy show. It's not the Kathy show.
Last time you put the like,
is it not showing up there? You know what? I could not figure out. I was having trouble and I started and I stopped. And then I was like, you know what? Just do it already. And so what I did is I went on my other channel so I can see myself. So if anybody chats or if anybody writes something, let me test and no, I don't want to do that. Anyways,
do it after.
I'll do it after. Yeah, it'll be fine. So anyways, back to the hamstring curls. I'm just going to do, like I said, somewhere between 8 and 12. And with these, what I want to do is make sure that my knee doesn't come forward. I want to keep it back with the other one, something like that. And we're going to do one side at a time so that the muscle gets fatigued. And Jersey can come on down. Jersey is our dog. Sometimes when I'm filming, she likes to come join me and pop in. She used to come all the time. And then as she got used to me filming, she decided that it wasn't as exciting. And she loves to stretch. You can't, I don't know if you could see that, but she just, she stretches one way, then she stretches the other way, gives herself a little shake, and she's good to go. So anyways, that's what she's up to. Alrighty.
It's not even her face. It's just,
Is it? You can, okay, well,
oh, now it's showing up.
there you go. Alrighty. You going to show your face or just the behind parts?
Okay.
That's okay. Yeah. So, and if you're doing a leg strengthening exercise at home, if you're really new, doing one set of exercises is good to start with, but eventually you'd want to work up to 2 to 3 sets just so that you can actually strengthen the muscles. And I can see that somebody made a comment, so I'm just going to take the time to read it. Oh, it's Home Gym Physique. Okay, browsing YouTube and your channel popped up. Given your lack of confidence going live, let me just say your audio is perfect. You speak clearly. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Home Gym Physique. I really appreciate that because it's been months since that first live, and I was having fun, but I was kind of terrified. So anyways, dogs are always a bonus to have. Who doesn't like dogs? Yes,
There's
who doesn't like?
People that don't like dogs, but she's really behaved.
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to get you. That was an accident, obviously.
But if you come look, there's like a chat setting on here. I don't know if you can see it or not.
I can't see it because I'm on the wrong thing. Okay.
It's like,
okay, the dog wants out. So my daughter's going to let the dog out. And, you know, and this is the other thing is I get easily distracted. So one of the problems that well, it's not really a problem, but it's just how I am. When there's a lot going on, and for me, this feels like a lot. So I'm trying to show some exercises. Great, fantastic. So I do that all day, every day as my job. I've got the camera in front of me that I'm trying to like make sure that I'm looking at the camera instead of at my computer that's on the side and then reading the comments. So it's just a lot of input. It's a lot to process. So because of that, I don't even really remember. I vaguely remember doing a few on this side, but that's okay. Okay, well, we'll do a few more and we'll call it a set. How's that sound? My daughter's here to be my coach. She seems very excited by the prospect. Okay, so the next one. Okay, I was going to do some hip resisted range of motion. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my yellow band and tie it around my legs. And this one might be a little on the short side, but it'll be fine. It'll be just fine. So these are exercises that a lot of time I will give to my patients when they're just coming in and say they're really deconditioned after being in the hospital for a little bit, because these are great because it targets most of the major muscle groups, and almost anybody that's mobile can do these exercises. Now, if I've got somebody that's a little less mobile, then I'll either do some seated exercises. Oh, that broke. I'll either do some seated exercises or even some lying down exercises. It just depends on how their balance is, because we need to be safe. So let me just, you can let her in. All right. So for the hip resisted range of motion, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stand holding the chair to start with. I'm going to start with my right leg going back. And as I'm doing this, I'm just going to keep a slight bend in my left knee. So as I'm kicking back, and just hold for a moment. You don't want to go too fast when you're doing these, especially when you're keeping the repetitions fairly low, because you do want to feel a little bit of fatigue in the muscles when you're done. If you don't happen to have a band, you can certainly do this exercise without the band, or you could potentially put an ankle weight on if you have a light weight. If you're just starting out, sometimes even a couple of pounds is just enough so that you feel the fatigue of the muscle. The other thing that I'm doing is as I'm going, I'm keeping a little bit of tension in the core muscles. So I'm thinking about drawing the belly button to the spine so that my back stays fairly straight. And again, I've got a small bend in my stance leg. So we're going to go ahead and switch over. Little bend in the stance leg, and I'm just kicking right on back, making sure I keep that bend in there, got the core muscles engaged, making sure that I keep nice posture as I go. And I kind of put my hands right here just so that I can tell that those muscles are engaged. And let's see, we'll do just a few more. Alrighty. And the other thing is I don't know how bad it is, but the light here, I've got a big window to the side that you can kind of see, is I've got overhead lights on, and now I know that those are like not the best. Those are not the best when you're filming, but it's the light that I have, so that's what we're using. All right, so the next one we're going to do is we're going to go out to the side. So we've gone back, now we're going to go out to the side. So a little bend in the stance leg, and just lifting that leg out to the side as I keep those core muscles engaged. And I think I can kind of see Jersey's right there, but she's not hurting anything. She's perfectly fine. Yeah, just fine. Alrighty. Yeah, I didn't know. Like I said, I had a few friends that wanted to join me, which would have been great, but I was afraid that I would chicken out, and I wanted the option that if I didn't feel up to doing it, that I wouldn't have to do it. So we're just here hanging out in the room with the dog and my daughter, doing a few exercises. And the other thing is I just want people to know that exercise doesn't have to be complicated. And that's why I named my channel Simple Fit Physical Therapy, because my channel is, I'm hoping to reach the people that are a little bit older, who've been inactive for a period of time because maybe they've been sick, maybe they've got some chronic conditions, maybe they've had some injuries and they just haven't been able to get moving again. And I just want to show people that you don't have to go out and run 3 miles or even a mile. You know, sometimes just getting up and going for a walk around the block or even to the end of the driveway can be enough to start. And as you build your strength up, especially if you've been sick, you know, hopefully after a little while, you'll be able to get out and go further and go more and do the things that you want to do. Alrighty, so that was out to the side. Now we're going to go forward. So again, we're going to keep a little belly button to the spine, slight bend in the stance knee, and we're going forward. Alrighty. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the reason I'm laughing is because, and I don't know what it is. If it's bad, pardon me, because I've tried to find out if this is bad or not, but I haven't gotten anything definitive. And my daughter, should I say that out loud? Am I going to be like,
It's fine, it's just a song.
okay, so apparently 6, 7 is a thing. And so whenever I get to 6 or 7, she does this little things with her hands,
Wait,
which she
show them
just
what I
did.
do.
I'm not doing that, just in case. Just in
It doesn't
case.
mean anything bad.
I don't know what it means. So if I don't know what it means, just like I tell you, if you don't
It's
know,
like a basketball player. That
if you
says
don't
6.
know what it means, probably best not to do it or say it. So I'm not going to do it. Oh, there's more. Oh my goodness, there's a bunch. Oh goodness.
There's like 4 of them.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is, because I finished my hip resisted range of motion, I'm going to be doing my lateral walks next, which are my absolute favorite because I feel like they really target the gluteus medius, which is very important for keeping the pelvis level when we walk. But I'm just going to take a minute to chit chat, see what's going on. Okay, so, oh, it's home gym physique. Okay, going live can be somewhat stressful, but you seem articulate, so keep going. I usually like to try the newer channel videos and make a comment. It helps promote channels. Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. Good luck with the channel. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure. You know what? I didn't notify anybody before I went live. And I thought, because Saturday afternoon is when most of my people are not here. And since I was really nervous about going live, I didn't tell anybody and I didn't announce it because I thought it might be easier if I didn't have a bunch of people, because like I said last time, there were 5 people and I literally got stage fright, even though, like I said, I'm in my house. Oh, shoot, oh my God, I'm not even in the frame. What's going on? Am I? Oh, okay. All right. Anyways, I don't know what I'm doing, apparently. But anyway, so I literally got stage fright as I was going. And so I was afraid that if I had more than 1 or 2 people that I would freak out and not want to do it. So this is just to get me going.
Well, 3 of them right now.
Yeah, so 3 people, that's great. And I'm happy that there's 3 people here. It's not that I didn't want people to come, but I was just, like I said, I was afraid that I would get stage fright and that I would just shut it off.
Whatever that says, says you're in the camera frame.
Okay, good. Oh, thank you. Because what I did is I scrolled on my computer, so I couldn't see myself. So anyways, if you're popping in, if you want to leave a comment for me, I would appreciate it. It's nice to hear that there's people out there just hanging out on a Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. I don't know if y'all had dinner yet or not. I have not cooked yet tonight, so my family may be a little disappointed later on, but we've got food that can be put together fast. Okay, so let's see. I'm surprised. Okay, that was the same one. Unless there's okay, I can't see it. Oh well. Oh well, maybe they just deleted it. Who knows? Oh, you know what? I don't know. Oh well. You would do that for me, but then okay, well, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. So thank you for sticking with me as I figure out the logistics. Hopefully the next time I do this, I'll have it figured out better and I'll be able to be a little bit more smooth. So
I'm in Scotland.
Oh, you're in Scotland. Oh, wow, that's cool.
Nice.
That's cool. And I'm assuming he's got a channel, right? Home Gym
Peter.
Physique.
I don't know how to say that. It's like I'm in Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool. Wow, that's
crazy.
Yeah, that's all the way across the ocean. Yeah. So the next one, as I struggle here, is yeah, that's the other thing, is we got to go straight down there. But anyway, so I've got the band around my ankles to do some sideways walking. This is one of my favorite because it gives you some resistance as you go to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep the knees bent, take a little step to the side, And because of the space that we're working with here, I'm just going to take a couple of steps to each side.
They said Liverpool is England.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I didn't know that.
Well, that's brand new information for her.
Said, hello, Kat.
Oh, hi.
Wasn't she
Nurse
there
Carolyn.
last time?
Well, Nurse Carolyn is a very special guest. And thank you.
Very special guest.
It's Grandma. Hi, Mom. Anyways, so I don't know how long you've been watching, Mom, but I was just explaining to people that the last time I went live, I got stage fright and decided not to go again. And so today I didn't tell anybody, and I just decided to go on because this is something that I want to start doing. And I figured I just needed to get over myself and start doing it. So this is a sideways walking. You probably did some of these when you were in your therapy. So it's just got the light resistance at the ankle. This is the yellow TheraBand. I also had like a little pink band on the side, but I decided to go with the yellow one, even though it's kind of breaking today. It's probably time to invest in some more.
Peter Urbanowski said, I'm doing my first live tomorrow, so if I can do it, anybody can.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes. And people do it all the time. I don't know if you've ever watched the ones where people are going vertical. So see, and this is why, oh, yeah. So sometimes that happens when you've got these bands. So you do need to check the integrity before you start exercising, because that could end up.
Didn't you have the blue one in that?
Yeah,
over there?
that's all right. I'll go ahead and switch over to the pink one. But anyways, yeah, you want to always double check your bands. I knew that one was a little sketchy because I've had it for a while, but this pink one is in good shape. No defects, no tears, no rips, so we should be good.
I used that one whenever I had to do my thing for my hip and my
Yes. So this one is actually a little harder, so this is better because I feel it in the side of my legs more.
I thought you were practicing your Saturday dance moves.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, the Saturday Night Fever, the John Travolta. Actually, this is a funny story. When I was 12, for my birthday, my brother got me the Saturday Night Fever album. And if you opened up the album, it was by the Bee Gees. If you know the Bee Gees, they were fabulous. Rest in peace, Andy Gibb. But anyways, my daughter's like, who is this? But that's okay. So inside the Saturday Night Fever album, they had a little thing that you could pull out that had the steps to do the hustle. And there was 12-year-old me in my room studying very diligently how to do the hustle. But by the time I was old enough to go to the bus stop, which was a dance place that all the kids went to, they were no longer doing the hustle like that. So anyways, good times. My daughter's making fun of me, but that's okay.
No, I'm not.
Alrighty.
It's like,
Alrighty.
that's great.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over and do the monster walks. So for this one, what you want to do is you have the band around your ankles, and then you're just going to keep your feet wide, and then you take big steps forward.
That's how Jersey walks.
And then you turn around, making sure that you don't cross your legs as you go so you don't trip yourself up. And then you go back the other way. And this will really, get the muscles in the front of the legs. And I don't know, I think a few of you here are YouTubers, which is kind of fun. And I don't know, Rob, if you know Rob the Maritimer, his most recent video, he did some dance moves and it was spectacular. So if you know Rob the Maritimer, and even if you don't know him, his last video, he was actually celebrating because he had lost something like 1,100 subscribers over the last few years since he started his channel. And he was saying that that was a good thing because when people come on and they do the sub for sub, that kind of messes with the algorithm apparently. And you don't really want that. Oh, you're subscribed. Okay, who is that? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we love Rob. And I don't know,
Love
are you
Rob.
part of Midlife Creators by chance? Because Ty Myers, he
He's
runs,
got some moves.
yeah.
He thinks he is James Brown. Who's that?
He's a singer.
I only know James Bond.
But anyways, I'm part of the group. Ty Myers, he's got Midlife Creator, and he made a challenge to go live once a week for the month of September. And I said, that's just the challenge I need, because I've been meaning to do this, but like I said, I was really nervous about it. And I thought, well, if I say that I'm going to do something, most likely I will. So I decided to join the challenge and give it a try. Anyways, alrighty, I can't even tell. Can you tell how long I've been on?
35.
Okay, that's not bad. 35 minutes. Okay, that's pretty good. Well, I didn't write down more exercises because I thought that would be good. I'm wondering.
Wait, what are you doing?
I don't know if you guys can hear, but I'm actually having a conversation with my daughter too. So I hope it's not too distracting for those of you watching. She's just here hanging out. So I didn't do any balance yet today. So maybe.
Did you already do these ones?
I already did those.
Oh.
Okay. So, but maybe we'll go ahead and do a few balance, because the next 3 videos coming up are going to be all balance exercises. I start with beginning, intermediate, and advanced balance exercises. And so those will be the next 3 videos. So let me think back to what we did for those. We did tandem stance. So if you're challenged with your balance in physical therapy, so if somebody comes to see me, I have several standardized tests that I like to do. One of my favorite is the Berg balance test, and that goes through different components of testing someone's balance, and we get a good idea of how they're doing based on the score that they get on that test. And one of the things on the test, in order to get full points, you have to be able to, without holding on, put one foot directly in front of the other and balance for a full 30 seconds. So that's a big challenge for a lot of the people that I work with. So not that standing with one foot in front of the other is the be all end all, but you should be able to do that unless you're over a certain age. You know, it might be a lot harder for you. So what I like to do for those that have a little bit of a struggle standing with one foot directly in front of the other, I'll let them hold on and just take a small step to go into partial tandem stance. So instead of having the feet one directly in front of the other, we'll have it kind of offset and not quite in front of the other. Now, if standing like this is too difficult for you still, what you can do is put your foot apart a little bit, and that'll just make it a little bit easier. And you could, if you needed to, have something to hold on to just to stay balanced. But if you find that it's easy, you can go ahead and put your arms by your side. And if that's still too easy, you can go ahead and cross your arms and stay balanced that way. Because having that dynamic balance is really important. And I'm laughing because the dog is decided to take a nap here. So alrighty. So now I've done it with the left foot in front. I'm going to go ahead and switch over and have the right foot in front. Again, I'm going to be in partial tandem with my feet just offset. And we'll see how it feels with my arms by my side. If I feel good with that, what I'll go ahead and do is just cross my arms. And so if you have a little bit of a struggle with this, you might want to go ahead and watch those next videos that I have coming up, because there's going to be 3 and it's going to be a progression. So the first ones might be too easy, but if they are, the medium and the hard ones will be a little bit better for you. Okay, so for me, those are fairly simple. And then the other one that I really like, that I give a lot of my patients, but a lot of times if I've got patients with me in the clinic, we'll be doing these in the parallel bars. And what I'll do is I'll put like a yardstick for them to step over. So I'm just going to put this little green band on the floor. And depending on how your balance is, sometimes just stepping over and stepping back can be a big challenge. So in fact, yesterday I was working with somebody on this, and it was really hard for them. So we were just working on stepping over and stepping back. And I do like people to use both feet. If you say you've somebody that's had a stroke and your left foot is the weak one, I like it when you step over with the right and then come back, because that forces you to shift your weight onto your left leg so that you get used to weight bearing on there and get your balance situated. So we're just going to go forward and back a few times. And if this, again, if it's too easy, then we can progress along. In that case, what I would do if it's too easy for you, I'd have you step over and then step back. And that gets a little bit more dynamic balance for you because you're taking that step back. And I'd have you start with maybe 5 to 10 on one side, depending. And after you've done a few of those, you would just go ahead and switch over. So I'm going to switch over and do the right foot going forward and back. And this takes a lot more balance than just stepping over with the one foot and back, because you're taking both steps backwards. Alrighty. Another one of my favorite balance exercises is walking with one foot in front of the other. Like I said, when I'm at work, usually I'll have people in the parallel bars so they have something on both sides to hold on to. If you're following along at home, you could be standing next to a counter in your kitchen. You could also have a chair on the other side just so that you would have something to reach. So I think what I'm going to do is just slide this chair over. And I'm just going to walk with one foot directly in front of the other. Just taking my time. And typically, I don't have people walking backwards with one foot directly in front of the other, just because that's a much higher level skill. And most of my patients, by the time they get to being able to walk with one foot directly in front of the other, they're usually ready for discharge. Because with the people I work with, it's mostly people who've had strokes, possibly brain injuries and things like that. So most of the time it's in the neurological setting. I used to do orthopedic, but these days it's mostly neurological. Alrighty. All right, very good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, whoops, and one foot directly in front of the other. Now, again, if this is too easy for you, you could go ahead and just cross your arms. And if you have trouble with your balance, these are really good exercises. But again, you just have to make sure that you're maintaining your safety. And sometimes the slower you go, the harder it is, especially if you go directly with your heel toe, one directly in front of the other. So here we go. Alrighty. So let's see. So if somebody was in Liverpool, I'm not sure if they're 5 or 6 hours ahead of us, because right now I don't even know what time it is. Let me look. It's about 6:35. So gosh, it would be like close to midnight, wouldn't it?
I thought we were.
Yeah, because Aunt Nancy's behind us. She's in Hawaii. So for her.
Oh, it's 11:35.
Yeah. So about 5 hours. Yeah. So I've got a friend that lives in Hawaii, and we meet up every now and again. And it's hard to get in touch with her because she's 5 or 6 hours ahead, depending on the time of year. And so it can be tricky getting a hold of each other. But weekends are a good time. But she does not watch my channel. I did make a video for her. It was the one about the stiff wrist, because right before we went on vacation, she had a little accident and fell on an outstretched hand. So she had to be splinted for, I think, around 6 or 8 weeks. So when we were on vacation, she was still in the splint. She had a couple of different ones that we could do to go, you know, swimming, because we were in North Carolina, which was fabulous. I think, if I recall, we were in Southport. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful, but really hard. Okay. I don't see them, honey. My daughter is telling me that I have more chat, but I don't see them. I don't know, honey. Can you read them then for me?
No, because they disappear.
They disappear. Huh. Anyways.
Like
I don't know.
Like 5 seconds.
Okay, so I don't know what that is. I can only see Home Gym Physique. Oh, you know why? Because if you're not subscribed to my channel, I believe, I'm not positive on this, but I believe I had it set so that only subscribers could comment, because I was afraid, because I don't have a moderator, and obviously my tech skills aren't the best.
Oh, I got it.
My tech skills aren't the best. So I was afraid that if it was non-subscribers, that they might come in and cause a little ruckus, because I've seen that on some of the vertical live streams from the shorts feed. People get in there and they get a little crazy. And I wasn't up for that, because it's nerve-wracking enough to go live in front of people without worrying about people who are mischief making, dropping into the chat and leaving odd comments. So if you are subscribed, you will be able to leave a comment, I think. I don't know. I tried to fix it so that was the setting, but like I said, I was having all kinds of trouble doing this. So now I've probably done this for way too long, and that's okay. A couple minutes is good. Take a rest. Do it again if you have trouble with your balance. Another one that I like to do is stepping backwards. So walking backwards. But for this one, we're not going with our foot directly. You know, we're not walking tandem backwards. We're just walking backwards. And when you turn, you want to make sure that you're not crossing your legs, because one of the reasons that people fall frequently is because when they turn, if they cross their legs, then their legs get tangled up, and that can cause someone to fall. So if you're turning, it's better to take a couple of small steps to get turned around. But I'm trying to walk backwards, so I'm just going to stay turned this way. And then when I get to the end, I'll just turn around this way and go backwards. Now, if you're following along at home, maybe you are, I don't know. You could just be next to a counter to make sure that you stay safe. And that will help you with changing directions. So even though typically I don't tell people to go around walking backwards, it is something that you do, you know, 1 or 2 steps at a time throughout the day. Maybe you're reaching into a cupboard and you're bringing something down and you need to set it on the counter. Or maybe you're taking the laundry out of the washing machine. I don't know. Did anybody do laundry today?
Yes.
Yes. I got my laundry done today. Very nice. Very nice. And in case you're wondering, I don't know if this is showing up. I did have a small altercation with my vacuum cleaner today. I was trying to use the crevice tool to get into an area. And when I there's like a little hose on the back of the vacuum cleaner, but it's not very long. And so I stretched it a little bit too hard. And the way it went, it just scraped down my arm and smashed my hand a little bit. So far, no bruise. But when it happened, I said, oh, that's probably going to leave a little bit of a bruise. And then I got a scrape here. So I do have the Band-Aid, but I don't know if you can see all that. But
you said that the vacuum attacked you.
Yes, the vacuum cleaner. It felt like the vacuum cleaner was attacking me because of the way that went. But yes. So here we are. So we're just doing a little bit going backwards. Can you see more people commenting or no? Okay. Well, okay. Well, I don't know. There we go. Alrighty, so there's 4 people watching. Yeah, and I'm sorry if this is like kind of boring. I had only put a few exercises down because I wasn't sure how long I was going to be going on. I wanted to save some time for me to, if I needed to, because if I was feeling stage fright, I wanted to just be able to leave. So I guess it turned out all right though. So I want to thank everyone that came here today to watch. It means a lot to me. You have lots of things that you could be doing on a Saturday evening, but the fact that you came here and decided to spend some time with me means a lot. I post videos every Wednesday in my community. I like to post a little something on Tuesday, whether it be a word of encouragement or, oh, the dog is snoring. Okay, so whether it's a word of encouragement or a poll, something like that, those come out on Tuesday. New videos every Wednesday. And I hope to see you around. Thanks for stopping by. Can you stop that for me? Because I don't know how. You can just shut it off. All right. Thanks again. All right, we'll figure this out. Is it off? Okay, we'll just, whoop. Okay.